Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about what I want to swap into my white MR2. To give a quick recap, when I pulled this car out of storage, the battery light came on. From there, I checked the battery and that ended up being fine. I ended up pulling out the alternator so I could actually get it bench tested. The alternator passed with flying colors. After some more digging around, it turns out I had an electrical issue. It was a combination of things. There was corrosion, so that plug, I know it's difficult to see, but the prongs were corroded in there. Parts of the wiring were just torn. I'm currently in the middle of repairing everything. So I've actually spliced in some new wiring. I got a new plug as well. I still have to finish the repairs on the car, and really the whole idea is I want to repair this just so I can move it around. I will not be doing any track days with it. I would feel very uncomfortable doing that, and I don't want a situation where this car catches on fire again because of electrical problems. I am surprised though, because right before I put this car into storage, I did do a road trip in it. It was about 1,000 miles, didn't have a single issue. None of this really popped up until I pulled it out of storage, so it sat for like 3 months. Some of the problems it had though definitely had to have been there from before it went into storage. Anyways, that's where the car sits right now. So now it's a matter of figuring out what I'm going to replace this engine with. In regards to what I want out of a swap, what I'm hoping to be able to get is roughly 300 wheel horsepower, simplicity, modern engine, and parts that I could easily get. Right away, that eliminates the second gen 3S. I want something more modern. I am aware that there are newer generations of the 3S. So there's the Gen 3, 4, and 5. Unfortunately, we never got those in the States, and I really want to have an engine that I could just go down to my local auto parts store and get parts for. Pretty much I have 2 engine swap options left. The first one's a K-swap, and of course the second one's a 2GR. I love the idea of a K-swap because it's really easy to make big power out of those. The thing is, I really want simplicity, and I know in stock form I'm not going to get that roughly 300 wheel horsepower that I want. That naturally means it'd probably end up getting a turbo, but again, I don't want to take on a big project. Naturally, that just leaves the 2GR, which hits everything I want. Roughly 300 wheel horsepower. It's going to be a simple setup, reliable. The engine's modern, and I can get parts for it easily. Pretty much my biggest issue with that one is just the transmission issue. Turbo transmissions are really expensive, but of course I could always get one of the front wheel drive transmissions and convert it for this application. Luckily, they make parts for that. My plan is to start on the swap process this coming winter. In terms of timeline, I want this car up and running by spring of 2024, so that's about a year out. I don't think the timeline itself is that crazy. The biggest issue that I'm dealing with is just having the workspace. I'm really hoping that between here and like the end of summer, I will have been able to buy a house, and as soon as I'm situated, I'm going to start pulling out the engine of this car. To make sure the numbers work for me, I also plan on not doing any track days or big road trips this year. Just for example, if I wanted to do one track day with this car, I know it's going to cost me at least 500 bucks between entry fee, gas, food, and that's not even taking into account consumables like tires, brakes, etc. Even though I won't be doing any track days, I'll still do some autocross events. I've put a lot of time and money into the V6 MR2 this off season, and of course I want to enjoy it. Plus, you know, doing an autocross event cost me like 50 bucks versus a track day, which is like 500. So there's a huge price difference. With that, I don't got anything else for this video. Stick around because in the next one, I should hopefully be autocrossing. I'm hoping to take the V6 MR2, but I'm still waiting on stuff for that. So I may end up just taking the Miata. We'll see how that goes. Also, if anyone comes upon any good deals for a 2GR swap, feel free to send them my way. My Instagram is linked in my channel description. Let me know your guys' thoughts, and see you guys in the next video.